Western Uganda's darling, that is a Ray G featuring Blues Melody all the way from Rwanda. It is a Kigali Mbarara connection, not Kampala. It's a Kigali Mbarara connection. Ray G in it, Bruce Melody in it. My name is Austin. With me the other side, the other guy is already in the building, fresh from a salon. It's called Monk Promotions, promoter of the land. What's up?
But who pays you? I'm the only blogger in Western Uganda who can shave from the streets of Zendaro.
So you've made it in life?
I've not made it in life yet, but of course my fine is out there, and of course my promoters have been Tasha. They think I've made it in life yet. In actual sense, we're the same.
Well, it is exactly 21 minutes past the hour of 6. We welcome you from that very break. Like I told you, Monk is already in the building, and I am super excited on such a day like Wednesday. We shall be sharing more of the stories here and there, trying to beat our thoughts on things that are actually hindering probably our industry, entertainment industry down in Kabale, probably in the whole country. Shall be beating our thoughts on that. But before that, we have to what we call the Hills FM 5 at 6.
Yeah.
And today, this very edition, we are bringing you things that you didn't know that are there, but yeah, they are. Hills FM 5 at 6 with Austin and Monk. On our number one, we're asking you that did you know that babies cry but they don't produce tears until they are 1 to 3 months old? Or you just see them crying. They cry but they do not produce tears until they are 1 to 3 months old.
So should I say I'm also a baby because 9 months abora batankahulira kaliro kinolira
Akaliro kaputudemu.
Akaliro kabatuliremu not me.
On our number 2, did you know that Titanic was the first movie to make more than $1 billion US, and the second one is Avatar. Titanic movie was the first movie to make $1 billion US.
And we are talking to movie lovers.
Abakunda film.
Not ababaralebya Western Uganda. Some people don't know movies, by the way.
Okay, on our number 3 is that did you know that the male brain is 10% bigger than the female's, but the female brain works more efficiently? That's why sometimes we say, our brain is 10% bigger than the female's brain, but the female's brain works more efficiently.
And it is the reason, even during our times in high school.
Someone said you usually say during.
Yes. During. Someone said I say in music. Music. How do I say it?
Give me a submission.
Now, you know, during high school times, females were given 1.5 points.
They were favored over men.
Yeah. So, but then, they would even have more points than us.
Even if they never had 1.5 points added, they were still brighter than you.
They were bright. Yeah. So girls are always like that.
Okay. On our number 4, did you know that one of the hardest tasks for the human mind is convincing himself that you no longer care?
You cannot.
You
cannot.
He keeps saying, I should touch but in real sense, you no longer matter. Touching effect litmus paper, that is literally what we're talking about. So one of the things that is hard, one of the hardest tasks for our human mind to conceive is to conceive that we no longer care.
But that is hope. There is the moment you become hopeless, meaning you no longer care.
Well, that is not hope. There is where which you be like, as Monk would have been blogging. But looks like whatever I be saying these days, it no longer makes sense. No, Baba Rakutere, that means to make sense. But what I want to get about like most of you who come here and abuse us, if you see us not replying, you just know you don't have effect on the litmus paper. You just see and be like, let's leave pie as pie.
Sometimes
pie you have to leave it as pie. You know where you put it.
Sometimes you don't have to even reply everyone. umwana ariko nda amashanyarazi akuremere hari ndi ishanyarazi.
This guy and electricity. Well, on our number 5, lastly, lions can't roar until they reach the age of 2 years. I know you guys need to know about this, but they cannot roar until they reach the age of 2 years.
But who did that research?
Austin researchers.
Then where did you get those lions?
I make research. I thought
sometimes harientaleze gume eikera erazagwa eikera rowali.
Well, when we do return, we are going to be talking about the big bowlers we do have in Chigezo. Who are those big bowlers we do have in town? Then we shall finish the list of the influencers. So keep it 100.4 is the FM, taking you all the way to the top. And that is Hilary Donna featuring Darren Owankode and Mati Dancers, my good friends down there in Barara. This is a new tune, but it is a big tune, a very beautiful tune, a big one. So about Chenda, you can get down on Mati Dancers YouTube channel. That's where I can see it here, and you check it out. It's a beautiful jam, piano. Yeah.
In fact, that song was released after the president-elect Hilary Donna because amara kumutaho yaso yalinga ini.
President interact where?
Kampala.
His
Excellence currently.
So His Excellency Hilary Donna, we want to send our shout-outs to you. You're such a talented person. This jam is super big. My shout-outs to you and big ups to you. Anytime you can use my MTN number. And yeah.
And of course Hilary Donna no mwana wa Kanungu. So batarara bawuliye ngo meboniye bakebuza kandi abakiga batanje kweshongora seriously.
Alright, let's get to dive into our jazzes right now. There's a question I would love to ask you, Monk. Do you think artists are supposed to be having security, a gari, and bouncers like of the sort? Kind of, are really artists supposed to be having that kind of a security detail of 4 5 people, you know, his security detail, or is he supposed to be having that kind of security like we saw Aaron Skin had? We had Fiki Gaza right there. Give me your thoughts about the security and artists.
I think for security, when you're an artist and you're a top 10 and you're popular, your life matters first, because there is no way you can go to a crowd alone. What if someone stabs you? So it is mandatory for every artist that is big, or that is of course sometimes when you're big, like now if I make it to another step, I have my brothers out there who will provide some catalogs to my profile. So na nyine chari wanje katugire ngo ndenda kumuta ha detail yanje aza kwisha nka bouncer kunga when you get you employ others nabo bakufunireho. So sometimes security je toraranka security ninge gari, they are friends who are benefiting from the success of an artist.
However, we've had cases where these security guys, you know, that you work with, there has been allegations saying that some of these guys, they go pickpocketing people. That is one. Secondly, me as a fan, I would love to have a physical interaction with the person that I fancy, that I love. And probably somewhere this security is not going to allow me to be near this person. And at the end of the day, some of these people end up losing their fans, because the fan will be like, I've been supporting this guy, but there's a way he's showing off. You want to talk to him, and security is pushing me away. Don't you think there is a way it is influencing the relationship between the fans and you know, artists?
Sometimes I think this case started ever since radio was, of course, murdered in cold blood daylight in the bar. He walked alone. So artists ababine mu kafia na grudges out there, but if radio can go out alone and be treated in the other way, now nyonkanye, why shouldn't my life be the first priority? So omuntu arareba ajet security first, because even an enemy even your fan can turn into an enemy on some occasional circumstances. So washanga bakubouncing hachivuro, it is okay, you can access him the other way, or asa kumshanga nko weye ninga haralira kamera sometimes ojozo jat nyondi fan bichi konka. I don't like it when you're an artist, you want to interact with each and everyone in the crowd. Security etagia mbunda. Most especially, hati nko muntu ya chaliwa ali wara kugarankiwe MC Austin. Waza kuza stage ulisha n'abantu bana.
I want you to use the language that we people will are conversant with. Okugara, like
Okugara ni security.
I want you to use the conversant language for the part there.
So hati washankiwe Austin, uri kuza stage, let's say in a event, uri kujanka Austin. It is not good kujati ulifani wa oraza kumuhikaho aije abone photo moment niwe. Sometimes these celebrities they create scarcity opinion. Akubuleho nayo kumubona otam access ngakwenda ngem agumara kwenda waza kutambura nkarukuto shingoje atolia ni Austin uri korabaho budget urabantu ngene ubasheberiwe because uratambura wenka tibaramanye. Sometimes no kutambura nabo it creates impact ha society. Warawo muri bintu rero abantu bari kutambura bari bintu bari kutambura urashinga kumva ya president in it. So sometimes it creates show business. It is show business in Kuragama.
Now, let me give you an example of artists like YK Bender, artists like Twinix. They don't be with bouncers. They go to the bars. They go to perform. I'm talking about this artist. Let's say he or she has gone to hang out, but he has a bouncer there. He has a girl of people, like a security detail. That's what I was literally talking about. Not him being on a show going to perform. But we've seen these guys going outside without all those bouncers. Even himself, Chameleon, he can be outside without bouncers. But there are these artists that feel every time he's going outside is supposed to be with an artist. That's why I was asking, don't you think there is a way it limits a connection between an artist and a fan?
Yeah, it does. But in that case, when you don't get access to an artist, there is another way you can access him or her. Because washanga waza kuzahantu by the way nabo bantu baratambura nabo it is their business. Nayo ati awarasta kuja uzengo kuma accessinga uriya kuremesa konka artist wali ali charenda kwenda ngumutani ko mugabo muje ati abantu barabari nanogu baraturemesa kumuhika hati afune public opinion. So kiramukorera konka nabo bantu baratambura nabo tiyoza kujya ngo ajye wenka tiyoza kunyonganye wenka arakora everything nabo. So nabo barabari hakasete hakashara kawo. So those people bataratambura nabo bantu I think bumwe baratarabasa kubaketalinga fo ninga but I loved in that way.
As we finalize on this, what do you think Shigeza has the biggest security detail?
Biggest security detail in Muliki Gez.
Who has that security? I know about when Wakova Mudia, I know about Bouncer. Who does that show busy?
Gez. Just the Bumwe Tarimu bro.
When money from Tenny. And so after money from 10, we shall come back talking about the big bowlers of Kabale. Right there is King Mudra with Chimuli Change featuring Vinka, and the very jump brings us to only 13 minutes until the hour of 7 p.m. Austin and Monk, we shall be taking to the hour of 7 p.m. Well, I told you when we do return, let's finish this list of the main influencers we have around in our Kabale, and then we get into those very big bowlers we do have around Kabale. When you talk about big bowlers, we are talking about
spenders
who know how to spend, who know how to bowl. That's why we call the big bowlers around Kabale. So give me the remaining influencers. Monk, we head to what we call the big bowlers.
We were on number 8.
Really, number 8? Yeah.
We were number 8.
The social media influencers, they were like in number 7 there. Now number 8.
No, they were 8. Then I think we have to go to number 9. We are remaining with only 2. I think the 9th influencer ningo muntu oine kuboza kule chuvuru muri kabaro oine kureba.
You should put in consideration.
You have to consider omushoga leta chiwanuka praise
MC Chiwa
ninga MC Chiwa oine Chiwa tournament.
I agree.
Arakunganya abantu millions of people, bro.
Chiwa corrects people from Rwanda, like the entire Chigezi. He collects those people and he gathers them at a certain place, and they're all in to make sure they attend Chiwa's tournament. So that magnet that he uses to attract those people makes him to be on this list of influencers that you, if you're planning to have an event in Kabale, you're supposed to put in consideration MC Kiwa, because he has a big follow-up in Kabale, and a lot of people do believe in him that he can pull numbers.
Then omuntu ikumi kuyambero ikumi n'abandi bariyo bona of course hariyo ababana ababandi abarakora sports harimu Ibra Kadebra, harimu Seth Gabriel. Abo bantu abukambate mu gwikumi kwenda tumalirize journalist. Tubamalira abikuma abo babikumi baba influencers 10.
That is it. Could get to attention. Hopefully you are now. If you're not contented with the list, please you can make your own list too.
It is our opinion.
There we can add on DJs, we can add on MCs there, because you need them. And
for a successful event you need DJs, MCs, promoters, bloggers, vloggers, influencers, everyone. But those are the few we managed to list for you.
That is it. Now let's go to the big ballers we do have in Kabale that make the next life so much fun down here in Kabale. On our number one, more promotions. Tell me so.
But big ballers,
big ballers.
They are the guys. Abaraduga zemeza from Shaitan.
These are the guys that have made Kabale nightlife fun. That the way you see us talking about it, it is just because of these very people we're going to talk about. Because every time you enter in the bar, you realize these people, they have an effect on your litmus paper. They are very bad.
Of course, umuntu uworoli nawe mu bara mukanywa whisky za buri kara mukanywa za bia za buri kara emeza iraguma iri kwiragura amacupa takore emeza namba yo kubanza hariho oguni Sean ogu CEO wa Dream Supermarket umushogwe mpo wakachimara. He's a big man,
he's a big baller,
ne big boro ngero kuduga zemeza ni sarabasa wanachikora mpaka mukashesha.
And together with Sean there is a guy called Smith. A lot of people call him Passwords. It's called Smith. He's a big baller. He doesn't stop on making the tables very black, but he knows how to ball with money. He knows how to steal the spotlight. He doesn't stop on that. He also helps people. He does those charitable works there, here and there, left, right, center. It's called Smith.
Of course wayina ngo mugite no ninga ugo yajo wakabiri kubanga wayina ngo mugite na Shoni kandi nyona nenda nawe mureto kweye Smith na nyini benze gari sasa mu town ugo ni na nyini nziga imotoka yine ya Benz mu Kabale ni wenda jirebaga jine onure kandi yayi
so it is a limited edition in Kabale, that very car.
So that guy ogengeno we ni Smith we na Shoni barabara nsenga munga batiya kureba urasinga kuduga zemeza noha so ogu yajo wakabiri wakashatu izo bigiki byakutanda ukashanga danka lito angels mu bara ojawa man open bar very open bar danka.
Actually me the other day I was with Smith somewhere. He crossed the bar. I was like bari mu bara mugume batari mugume
so buyo mwaka show
and he crossed the bar himself. So he's one of the big brothers we have around there. You forgot about
Charles Karyango. Charles Karyango. Emeza nawe yarabasitamyo arakanya kiye hari chorizaho karakaho ha high table ibareta high table wamushanga mu bara yarita yizoba ryawe urabasa kunywa utayesha mukaga zo mukashesha.
But apart from those, do you have any other people there?
Abagayizi bara spending bariyo bakanyire.
Let's go.
Hariho nogu Isaac Amayini zina team ye baragaramo ayine Johnny Jonaho mpaho bapakenga zindi kirakiri brade so iwe ngeno hari abantu bagiye ukabana baturishize barakunda kunywa gabusha iwe abantu bikwagamba wabaceke barakunda kunywa ga ai iwe hata abantu bikwagamba wamura yataha mu bara yitabashari bawe bona mubone startup biye yo kubanza then mugwe muri abatero ushake kurebe oranywa mpaka mukasheshe.
Well, so give us the list afresh. We had Shoni there.
Shoni number 1,
Shoni
Smith number 2,
Smith passwords there.
In number 3 Charles Kariango, number 4 Isaac Amaini zina timu ye abo bonge no bakachikora for the interest of time abandi turabongera unyesa kare
naja no Tasha metimtaka chiduga zao MC Shami kandi ndawa turwa mahero bishuliza
MC Shami harara duga za
ekikanosha abadona kama cyama mahero bishuliza da
MC Shami cyenda mu manyo wa mushanga mu DJ's box nawe habaga hijure mu DJ's box haso.
These days ever since he was introduced to Forex Bulls, this guy, when it comes to buying Rolex, he can kuduga zimeza, he can make things happen here.
Aro zire ngwara kushanga ka Rolex boost akugure cha Rolex cha gumwe n'icyo kanyebuze kirashingana ki.
What say bye to the people when they were in this year?
Of course, for those who came in after the introduction, my name is Mo Promotions promoter of the land, Mr. Fakis Kandi. Omusha orasinga yo kukundwa mu Kigezi Current hati engule najitwarire ninyo bana barakunda kukunda ninyo barakunda kuronderaho content. Of course bari na radio bahurikize kandi bari no kutura Next Station TV ndabakunda munonga mugumize makarete nkahurire.
Well, from me here, like I told you from the beginning, when you turn up, we burn up. When we burn up, we mash up. My name is MC Austin's. Every other single Monday to Friday, we are always here. And right after the His Day Bender, we shall have that is Mwenewaenda with the news in Ruchiga. So you have all the reasons to stick around on the biggest radio station of your choice. For now, I'll wish you a very good evening.